Welcome to the coolest stuff on the planet.
Welcome to the coolest stuff on the planet. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Catherine.
And today we're heading to Arizona's high desert near the southwestern rim of the Colorado Plateau. And we're visiting a really cool town that a lot of people consider very powerful and spiritual. It's Sedona, Arizona.
That's right, home of the New Age. Sedona is a town of about 15,000 people, but they get 4 million visitors a year. And it's located about 130 miles from Phoenix and 40 miles from Flagstaff. It actually began as this remote ranching and farming settlement in 1876, but by 1902 there were about 20 families living there, and this one resident named Theodore Schnelby petitioned for a postal station, and when he got it, he named it after his wife, Sedona.
Well, Sedona is best known for its massive red rock formations, but it's also completely surrounded by the lush Cocachino National Forest. So it's a site that also has abundant greenery year-round. So this mixture is just stunning scenery, and it makes for a hiker's paradise. And one thing I was really surprised to learn is there are more maintained trails than anywhere else in Arizona. So it's great for hiking.
Oh, yeah. And it's also a huge draw for people who are interested in spiritual enlightenment and healing. So when you go there, you're going to find all kinds of retreats which will offer stuff like yoga, meditation, hypnotherapy, as well as you're going to find a lot of workshops on meditation, metaphysics. You're going to find alternative healers, spirit guides, all that kind of stuff. And you were there and you were telling me that there were a lot of stores selling crystals and New Age paraphernalia and that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to avoid those sort of things in Sedona, but if you're not into that, it's still definitely a great place to go because it's definitely an outdoor person's delight. So there's tons of hiking, mountain biking, anything like that there. So if you're not looking to, connect with your inner self, don't avoid going to Sedona.
Right.
But that is what we're going to focus on today because Sedona's draw as a spiritual and global spot is hard to deny. Because one reason Sedona is a huge draw for the New Age community is because many people believe there's a strong power or energy that radiates from several vortexes in the area. And in fact, the energy here is considered as some of the most powerful on the planet, and it's said to be beneficial to things like prayer, meditation, and healing.
Yes, and this whole concept of these energy vortexes in Sedona is pretty new. The term vortex itself was coined only in 1980, but for centuries, Sedona has been known as a sacred place. Native Americans used to perform ceremonies there, and some of the tribes still continue to do that even today.
Yeah, and you can actually see a lot of the hieroglyphs of the Native Americans, so that's really cool. But what exactly is a vortex, Catherine?
I wondered. I'm thinking of a tornado or something like that,
Yeah, well, they're considered to be these enhanced energy locations that help facilitate prayer, meditation, mind-body healing, and they just help you explore your relationship with your soul and the divine. And there are 4 of these main energy vortexes: the Boynton Canyon vortex, the Cathedral Rock vortex, the Airport vortex, and the Bell Rock vortex.
Yeah, and all 4 of them are pretty easy to get to by hiking, or you can drive to them. The interesting thing is, supposedly, the energy radiating from each vortex is different. For instance, the airport vortex will strengthen your masculine side, if that's what you need to pump up. And that goes to things like risk-taking and standing up to people, while the Cathedral Rock vortex will emphasize your feminine side, which is stuff like kindness, compassion, patience, and the ability to let others need you.
And once you reach one of these vortexes, whether you're hiking there, driving there, there's not going to be a big X marks the spot. The entire area is just considered that energy vortex. But one way you can sort of know you're near the strongest part of the energy is to look for juniper trees in the area, because juniper trees are supposed to react to the energy and their branches really twist. So if you see one of these juniper trees with really twisted branches, that means that you're in an area with a super strong energy radiating from the vortex.
Yeah, and the experts say the best way to experience this is just to sit quietly and meditate or do some breathing or centering exercises. Because, people react differently to the energy as well. Some people will see colors, some people will see some energy swirls, and then there are other people who just maybe not really see anything, but they just feel really uplifted from just being out there, either from that energy or maybe just from nature.
Exactly. I mean, I know I felt uplifted just from being out in the beautiful scenery. So I don't know that we even went to one of these vortexes, but it really...
You didn't need to go.
No, I didn't need to go. Just being out hiking through nature was enough for us. That wraps up our spiritual tour of Sedona. And we hope you've enjoyed it. And if you're inspired to take a trip there, or especially if you've actually been to one of these vortexes, let us know. We definitely would love to see how you reacted to one of these energy areas.
Yes, we would.
Very curious to see. And we're going to have a lot more information about Sedona because it's such a great spot for outdoor people. It's actually only about a 2-hour drive from the south rim of the Grand Canyon. So we're definitely going to have a lot more information about other things you can do, especially if you're not into the spiritual side of things.
And yeah, don't forget, you can always send us an email or follow us on Facebook or Twitter, and the addresses for all those things are at the end of our podcast.
And we'll see you next time on The Coolest Stuff on the Planet.
For more on this and thousands of other topics, visit HowStuffWorks.com.